If you think you need to be perfect with fasting to see results, you're setting yourself up to fail. Perfection is not the goal, consistency is. I'm Dr. John D'Ambrosio, chiropractor for 32 years, author of Fasting That Works. At 58, I lost 20 pounds of fat while maintaining muscle, and I wasn't perfect, not even close, but I was consistent, and that's what made the difference. Here's what happens to most people: they start fasting with all the motivation in the world. They hit their 16-hour fasting window every day for a week. They feel great. Then life happens. A work dinner runs late, a family event throws off their schedule, they eat outside their window, and they think, oh my gosh, I failed. They feel guilty, they get discouraged, and then they quit. That is the perfection trap. Don't fall into it. You think one missed fasting window ruins everything? It doesn't. One day off doesn't erase a week of progress. One bad meal doesn't undo fat loss. What ruins progress is quitting because you weren't perfect. Consistency over time beats perfection every single time. Let me give you a real example. I was about 6 weeks into my fasting routine, losing fat steadily, feeling great. Then I had a wedding to attend. Dinner was going to be at 9 p.m. I wasn't going to sit there and not eat while everyone else enjoyed the meal, so I ate. I had a good time. I went to bed later than usual. My fasting window was completely off. The next morning, I woke up and went right back to my normal schedule. I didn't spiral. I didn't think, well, I already ruined it. Might as well keep eating poorly. I just picked up where I left off. Within 2 days, I was back on track. The wedding, it didn't stop my progress. If anything, it reminded me that fasting is flexible enough to work with real life. And that's the beauty of it. So here's a mindset shift. Fasting is not an all or nothing system. It's a tool, and you use that most of the time to lose fat while maintaining muscle. Some days you use it perfectly, some days you don't. But as long as you're consistent, more often than not, you're winning. 6 good days and 1 off day is still 6 days of progress. That's an 85% success rate. That's more than enough to see results. People get stuck thinking they need to be 100% to succeed, but 100% perfection is impossible. Life is unpredictable. Work gets busy, family needs you, social events happen. If you demand perfection from yourself, you'll fail, you'll get discouraged and quit. But if you aim for 80 to 90% consistency, you can handle the occasional off day without derailing everything. Here's another example. Let's say you're supposed to fast until noon, but you wake up at 10 absolutely starving. Maybe you didn't sleep well, maybe your electrolytes are off, maybe you're just having a rough day. You could white knuckle it and suffer through 2 more hours, or you could eat at 10 and call it good enough. 14 hours fasted instead of 16. You know what? That is still a win. Better done than perfect. I've said it before. That's my motto and applies to fasting just as much as anything else. A 14 hours fast is better than quitting because you couldn't make 16. 2 solid meals, no snacks, is better than giving up and eating junk food all day. Constant flexibility beats rigid perfection every single time. Now, hear me out. This doesn't mean you get sloppy. You still aim for your fasting window. You still prioritize protein. You still do your resistance training. But when life throws you off, you just adjust and keep going. You don't use one bad day as an excuse to quit. You just get back on track the next day. I've seen too many people quit fasting because they thought they had to be perfect. They miss one day, they feel like failures, and they give up. Same thing with working out. But if they had just kept going, they would have seen results. Fasting works when you're consistent, not when you're perfect. There's a free cheat sheet in my bio. Download it today and start losing fat tomorrow while maintaining muscle.